Yo, and welcome to the show all about promoting the sport of lawn bowls. I'm Zach Woning, and this is Casual Bowls. Yo, welcome to Casual Bowls. The next 10 episodes are going to be a bit of a Premier League preview, provided the season gets underway. Fresh restrictions come into play this week, and it's looking a bit dicey, but fingers crossed. We're just going to keep playing on as if it is going ahead. What else can you do? So we're going to start with Brad Marron from MCC. He's going to be the first of 10 representatives from all the different clubs. Chat a bit about last season's results, what they're expecting for this season, and just a few cheeky questions in there as well. So it's a bit of fun and a little bit informative as well. Let's get to Brad. Enjoy. Braddles, how you going, man?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, going all right. What's been happening? Bit cruisier up there than in up in regional than it is metro, I imagine.
Yeah, it won't be long before you guys can't even walk out your front door, mate.
It's already there. In half an hour, we won't be allowed to. 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Do you have the QR code on your front door as yet?
Nah, I think I saw something on my cards before, so I might not be able to get in the morning. We'll see how we go. So, as I've just said in the intro, we're doing a all 10 teams in Prem. Just having a chat to a representative from each club. And, I mean, you've only been at MCC for a year now, but who better? No one loves to see themselves on camera as much as you, I'd imagine. So, figured, yeah, get you on, and we'll just have a little recap of your season last year and how you went, and talk a bit about what you're expecting this season, provided it's all going ahead. I think with restrictions now in place, as we're just talking about off camera, there might be a bit to happen soon. So we'll wait and see. Fingers crossed, though. But let's pretend it's all going ahead. So what happened last season? You finished fifth?
Finished sixth, I believe. Mentone finished fifth. After 7 games, we were sitting 1 and 6 in 10th position, and really, reality was we were looking at relegation.
Yeah.
So we made just a couple of minor changes, and I think we won 8 of our next 10 or something. And the team was. Look, we could have gone 2 ways. We could have either just played out the rest of the year as we were and go back to Divi 1, and you know what I mean. Do that, or we could have a dip, have a crack, and yeah.
So what sort of changes did you make?
Oh, just a couple of positional ring changes, really. There wasn't nothing major.
Just getting the mix.
Yeah, nothing really.
Yeah.
Changed, like just a couple of positional changes. And I think just the team attitude as a whole, not just Premier though, but throughout the whole club, because we got a lot of sides. There was a hell of a lot of sides playing finals for us last year. So just the mood around the club, people were, happy and supportive and whatnot. So, we played for a bit of pride too, the pride of the shirt. MCC, one of the most prestigious clubs. Of course, you're not going to win every game, but if you can be competitive in 95% of them, happy days.
Right. So you mentioned you got a fair few teams at MCC there. How many teams do you have?
Top of my head, mate, it could be 10 off the top of my head.
And bloody hell.
Yeah, I think.
Did you have any events or I think you mentioned that you don't really run tournaments. You don't have a tournament, but
in the past we haven't run tournaments. However, this year there will be a couple of tournaments. So, all providing that COVID is somewhat nice to us, I suppose. Keep your eye out. There will be a couple of big events at MCC this year.
Yeah, beautiful.
Which I'm sure you'll want to put a team in. Real good prize money and ranking points and whatnot.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We'll put them up somewhere here. Probably on a different episode once you get it organised. Yeah.
Even on that side and cover your own crumpet, mate.
Fair enough too. Right, all right. So that's last season. What's where you headed this season? You got any new gun recruits?
Well, we've gained 16 members. Off the top of my head, I don't know all of them.
Yep.
I know we do have 4 that I think everyone knows. It's common knowledge now around bowls that we've picked up 4 that will more than likely play Premier.
Yep.
I've got that role as well, which I'm sure that I'll have difficulty with. But unfortunately, we lost Cullen Bennington and Ian Draffin. Yep. So, you know, we have to replace them. And yeah, we've gained a couple of extras also. So,
yeah.
No, we've picked up obviously Jay by Norris. I think everyone around the traps knows Jay. Australian titles and whatnot, state titles. Very good player. Graham Edwards, Big G, as he's known as, uses a bowling arm.
Guy from up at Bendigo East. Was playing with you,
Yeah, he's playing 3 for me. He goes well.
Yeah.
Goes very well. Cutter and Scotty Mortimer have also come across. So we feel like we've recruited really well, not just for the top side, but also 16 new members filters down to the other sides. So just making the club a bit of a stronger culture, I suppose. And it will make, you know, spots up for grabs. So people, you know, will be training their bums off and whatnot to secure a spot, me included.
Exactly what you want for the club, yeah. So, all right, well, there's some pretty good ends. I mean, a couple big outs too, but, 4 good ends there. So, finishing 6th last year and not quite, what were you, about 2 games out of finals?
Well, if last game, we were in the hunt until the last game. We played Deer Park at Deer Park, and I think Clayton played Altona at Altona, and we needed to win 3 rinks and win overall, and we needed Altona to win 2 rinks and win overall. Unfortunately, we got beat off 17-1, sorry. Gallagher got a rink draw, his rink, and Clayton beat Altona. So really it was irrelevant in the end. But yeah, up until, you know, it was a really good second half of the year from our guys that, just the way we come back from when we were 1-6, as I said earlier, could have really just put the head down and just played out the rest of the year and go back to Divi 1. But no, we actually had a crack and had a fair one.
Yeah, no, it's good. So, all right, being that close then, the 4 big ends, you'd be expecting finals. That'd be your pass mark for the season.
Oh, I think everyone expects to play finals every year.
And
everyone would hope to.
Yeah, everyone would hope to, but obviously realistic expectations. And
I think realistic.
Yours would be top 4 for sure, yeah.
Well, I would like to think so. However, quality bowlers throughout the whole Premier, you can't have if you have an off game, you get found out. So, no, we need to be on our game and each week and hope that we can be consistent throughout the year. Obviously, we've got some really good players in, so we just need to find the right balance for them throughout the rinks, which myself and Willow are going to try and work on as much as we can. And just try and get the camaraderie right, the combinations, and hopefully we can play finals.
Yeah. Beautiful. Who's the teams that are going to stop you? Who's the toughest in your opinion up there?
Well, obviously Deer Park recruited well.
They have.
Same as Melbourne.
Mark Casey about his recruiting and how they've gone there. So
Melbourne have recruited well. Clayton's incredible. Their 4 skips are phenomenal. I rate Clayton highly.
Yeah. Very tough to beat on the home deck too.
But every side in Premier is hard to beat.
No doubt. But I mean, there's some that you just come up against and you go, shit, we're up for it today. There's others you go in and you go, look, if we're on our game, we should be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. But as I said, the 3 teams that probably stand out for now would be Clayton, Deer Park, and Melbourne. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. No, I'll ask everyone the same, and I'll sort of get like my own little census going of all these questions. So Clayton, you put Clayton up there as your sort of team to beat. Obviously, Deer Park and Melbourne recruited well and are going to be very strong, but Clayton are the sort of perennial fighters. Like they're just
Yeah, I think overall, I think Clayton have got the best 4 skips in the comp overall. Obviously,
you know, Ali, Snapper, Todd Simmons,
and Benwell.
And Dylan.
So, like, the more experienced, you know, that Ali's leadership is crucial for them. And obviously you got Toddy and Snap, who have been around for bloody years and whatnot, and they've done it all, won it all, both played for Australia. And then you got Ben Well, who's no mug either. He generally finishes in the top 10 of the skips ladder every year. So, but then again, it's not just the skips, their front ends are pretty solid too.
I've found with Clayton is that they seem to be able to hold their team together. Well, so like, while Melbourne's got a bunch of ins this year, Deer Park's got some ins, the side keeps fluctuating and they never really get balanced. Clayton's just got that balance and they've had it for years. They don't get too many ins and outs. Obviously, Ali's got some international duties here and there, but for the most part, they seem to be able to hold their structure.
I think that, as you said, comes from Ali's leadership. How not just his side, but how he wants his team managers the sort of side to become and whatnot. And I think it sets a good stead for the whole club. If your premier side is really steady, you sort of other sides follow trait and whatnot.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good tip for any club out there, but let's focus back more on MCC. What are you doing other than your recruiting? You've done some good recruiting, but how are you progressing? How do you get better? And how do you break into that top four? And what are you doing this season to do that?
Yeah, we've got a all going well pending COVID. Obviously, we've got a really blockbuster practice game scheduled.
Yeah. Okay.
We play Coringal, Bendigo East, Lilydale and Bundoora.
Oh, beautiful.
And there's also an event at Middle Park Grand Final Eve, a tournament that we've entered 4 rinks into, and we're going to use that as another practice game, basically. So, but no, there's plenty of intra-clubs as well. So we just want to try and give ourselves the best opportunity to come out round one, knowing that what we've selected is right. We want to try and be as settled as quick as we can.
Well, it could make all the difference because with COVID, obviously people haven't been able to get out and play bowls as much as they normally would. So those extra few practice games could make all the difference there. So hit the season running and see how you go.
Yeah, and there's obviously still a spot for you next year when you jump ship and come across, mate.
I'm under a 2-year deal at the moment, so I'll be at least one more year at Basie. But it's back at my home club, mate, and I'm finding the love of the game again. Doing this show as well as helping, so I think I might be there for the long haul from here. I've had my time up top, and it's fun, it's competitive, but it's just as competitive in Div 2. All right, let's throw a couple little sneaky, a bit more loose questions, and this is where I really want to get a consensus from all 10 teams and see the picks for each. So let's start with, if not your club, who's going to win it this year?
Clayton.
You're going Clayton. You're going against the big money in Deer Park and the recruiting in Melbourne and the reigning champs in Melbourne.
As I said, Clayton, when they're on, they're just ultra competitive and they're just so bloody tough to beat.
Yeah.
They're just incredible. And obviously you got an international guy like Ali at the forefront. And then you got, Snapper in there as well and Toddy that have been there, done it all. I think just their leaders are really strong. Not to say that any other side their leaders aren't, but I just think when Clayton's clicking, they will be tough to beat.
Yeah, hard to stop them. All right, so they're your number one pick. Let's go with who's the biggest pain in the arse team to play against. Who sort of shits you to tears, or maybe a rivalry or whatever you've got. Yeah.
Once again, Clayton, because they're so difficult to beat.
Yeah.
They are so difficult to beat, so they're actually pain in the arse every time you come up against them. You just know they're going to give it their all. They're competitive as any shit and whatnot. So
never going to belt them, are you? Like if you're winning dirty, like
they're always good close battles and whatnot.
Right, so I'll throw you one more question. If you could pick any player in Prem that's not at your club to come over and play for you, who would it be? And we'll keep it to Prem. We won't go to won't bring in internationals and stuff like that. I know we've got a couple in Prem, but anyone in Prem, any other team?
Oh Jesus, there's a fair few.
There's a lot of good players up there, but let's go just the one.
I'll give you 3.
Yeah, righto. I'll take 3.
Ali Forsyth.
Yeah.
Brett Spur.
Yeah.
and Leroy Davenport.
Yeah, righto. My old mate from Louisville.
And so long as he's got the wristbands with him.
I'm sure he'll watch this and he'll love it, mate. That's awesome. I think don't know how many are going to be picking Leroy when I throw that question. But there'll be a lot picking Ali, and definitely a few picking Sperry, I reckon too. But old Leroy, well, good on you, mate. You got a shout out, so you'll love that.
Probably have to stand up to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, on his phone, he should be right, mate. Yeah. All right, mate.
We'll be doing these ones on your phone.
Yeah. Right. All right. I want to keep all of these pretty short and sweet, so we've touched on what I want to touch on, and I think we'll let you go, man, and say thanks for joining us, and good luck for the season.
Thanks, mate. Time to watch the Poms in India. Day 5.
Good on you, pal. Enjoy.
See you, big fella.
Massive thank you to Brad and to MCC. Good luck to you guys this year. I'm going to put out my tips for the year as each episode comes. So, MCC, I've got you guys at 4th. Put that up there somewhere. So, yeah, a big thank you and good luck. As for all you viewers out there, hit the subscribe button. That'll let you know when the next preview is coming out. I'm not sure who we're speaking to next, but should be up soon. So, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed a lot of them. And as usual, appreciate all the support. Schrungerschnitzel.com. Get around Leroy as well. He's now selling 1, 2 and 3 bags. Wasn't originally going to do that, but due to popular demand. So get around him as much as he's gotten around us. Again, really appreciate it from both Lee and from all you guys out there. So much love. As usual, my beer's finished. So is the show. Good on you guys.